Happy Monday, party people. Hope you all had a really good weekend. The sun was shining and everything worked out the way we wanted to work out. Right, today we have a pretty intense full-on day going on. So I have written a list already, so we can follow that. First thing on my list is removing the shop fish and draining the rack. So, just been in here and I'll turn the lights on. Last week we set up the tanks out the back. This week, today, we're emptying this bad sav, so we can turn this off, get it ready to go, and tell the person who's potentially interested in buying it, hey mates, we're ready to rock and roll. So this is my number one priority today. That's not all, there's actually a heck of a lot more. There's a lot of wet hands at stuff to do today, which is cool, but also a lot of time consuming stuff. So that is going to be done today. Next thing on my list, frontos a substrate. Which means we've got to do a water change, hook out some of the substrate, get it home ready to rock and roll. So again, that is another fairly time consuming activity, but we've got to get it done. Next thing on my list, this one I don't think is going to be a priority, but it's on there. I've still got to get it done, but I don't think it's priority today, as much as I want it to be. Going to take the rowie nose from here and put them up there to spawn. As far as things that I must do today, it's definitely not up there. It's a want, not a need, so we probably won't do that, but it's still on my list. So if it doesn't get done today, probably tomorrow. Next on my list, set up the Fanatics Friday coffee date. Just this morning we have had our guest confirm. Do I give you a hint? Why not? He's a world-renowned author when it comes to aquarium and tropical fish. He does a lot of stuff below water. Yeah, let's see if you can guess. I'll probably tell you by the end of the video, but let's see if you can guess. Anyway, he's confirmed, so I've got to set that up. I've got to do my plant orders, I've got to get that done. I've also got to pack the orders that came through over the weekend, I've got to get that done. We still have had no confirmation about the 3 Aquariums podcast, what on earth is going on with that. Get that done if it happens, and I've got to do a little bit of stuff for my cricket club as well. Get that done with my morning coffee, get that done right now. And I wanted to cut up and edit a big edit from the Fanatics Friday coffee date with Corey from Aquarium Co-op over the weekend, but I don't think it's something on my priority list today, maybe some other time or later on during the week. So yeah, pretty busy day. First things first, get a coffee in me, get the non-fish stuff done, and then let's go for the ride emptying these tanks. Not cool. Motherfucker! Not on a Monday, not when I'm this fucking busy, you prick! I'm very, very unimpressed with my computer right now. Like, I've got all the numbers written down, but I can't freaking remember the freaking right order it comes. I'm not happy. You've got to be fucking shitting me. Thanks, Microsoft. I might as well go buy Apple stuff, useless shits. I'm so unimpressed. Fuck this. Yep. Guess I'm moving some fish and doing everything else afterwards. Screw you, computers! Okay. We're halfway through. See? Halfway through. This side's not done yet, although I just noticed I've missed a fish in there. Several coffees and some very large, very loud Guns N' Roses. Just talked me off the cliff, and we're good for a little bit. The issue with the computer just means I have to adjust stuff and do things in a different order. It doesn't mean the day is ruined. Relax, Cameron. Have some up the wires coffee. Breathe. Get your hands wet, and we'll move forward. Thank you for the counselling session. Just before I start catching the fish out of this tank and pull it apart, how cool is Indian fern? We don't get a lot of the really cool floating plants here in New Zealand. We're basically down to Indian fern, duckweed and azolla. Indian fern is spectacular. I love how the leaf structure changes from when it's sort of floating to when it's actually out of the water. I love how the leaf structure changes from when it's floating to when it's under the water, but I actually really like the root structure of it the most. Like when these get developed, they just go real deep and heavy, and they just give this another layer of awesomeness for an aquarium. So it's one plant that I truly love as far as a floating plant goes. It's unfortunate it doesn't really like new fresh aquariums. It likes dirty water. Once the water's old and established for a while, it begins to go for it, but it needs some love before it can actually go into an aquarium. But yeah, such a cool plant. I'm going to try and preserve as much of this as I can because I like it. Never tried growing it with African cichlids, or in this particular case with frontosa. We'll give it a nudge, we'll see how we go. It'd be cool if it does grow in here. Yeah, like I said, never tried it with this in this sort of water environment, so we'll see how we go. Might not matter because we've got to move this tank soon anyway, but you never know. It might start growing, it might just get ripped to shreds in about 10 minutes time. I've already put some in here. Sorry, I've put some in here as well. It already looks like the green fires are having a wee nibble on the roots, so little shits. Which isn't so ideal, but interestingly enough, all the tetras seem to be sort of in and out of it straight away, which is kind of cool. So, yeah. Also, excuse the flashing light above me, it's cooked and I can't reach it, so, yeah. Ugga bugger! Just to throw the cat amongst the pigeons. And to make this day a little more fun, this is being picked up in about half an hour. Yes! Happy days that it's going. Possibly unfortunate timing to make everything else work, but we're going to make it work because we're ready to rock and roll. So, yeah, out the door she goes. She's got to unplug the lights because they're all plugged in. Move them. Life is good. We're going to get this going. And gone burger. Cool, so that's one done. He was relatively interested in some other stuff, so fingers are crossed. I might come back and get some more, which will be helpful. So, yeah, it's definitely looking empty now. This is good. Keep chugging along. Keep making it work. Right, back to the shop tanks, moving some fish. Just like that, magic, basically emptied. Still got one fish up there that I missed. I think that's pretty much it. So, just got midday. I'm going to drain them now. I'm going to get that done. Drain them, then we can turn it all off. It is done. Do something with the media because I want to keep that alive and chuck in the front tank. So, I'll do that as well. So, another 45 minutes and this should be done. And voila! Done. Look at that. How good. Empty. Nothing in there. Not pulled apart. I've left some water in some tanks, like that one there, where there's a few plants and a few plants, which I'll hook out in a few plants. Look at fish! How fishy go, missed. Anyway, a few plants, so I'll hook them out in this week's plant orders and the lucky dips, and that'll be it. I'll catch those one or two fish that are remaining, and we can go from there. Which also means I can do this. Hoi, 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 hoi. Off and off. Off. Properly off. Look at that. No more lights. Job done. Cool. Alright. Alrighty-ro. It's now just before 2 p.m. It's drained. And my computer is finally turning on. Yes, that's a win. 6-7 hours late, but it's a win. So all I've done off my list today is pulled apart that one, turned off that tank. I also forgot another task that I was meant to do today, which I haven't done, which is now on here as well. So I need to get my plant order sorted. Well, it doesn't really matter, I won't be going until tomorrow, possibly anyway. But I'll get my plant orders done, then I'll pack my orders that need to get packed. And I just remembered that someone was coming to pick up that white gondola today as well. So I'll move the thing that's on there, and then we'll go from there. So still very busy right now. Just doing a real quick inventory check, just so I wanted to know what we had left. And look what I've just found. There's 2 chili rice borer in here. 1, 2. It's been months since I bought chili rice borer, and I drained this tank, so they would have been living in this ages without it being fed or anything like that. Just shows how resilient they are. I've got to give them some food now because, yeah, now I know they're here. Orders packed. Tally ho. Toodle pip. Good show, young man. Good show. Time to order some stuff now. So, yeah. Definitely having the computer out for a million hours today has really shafted me, but that's okay. Let's water some plants now. It's been a freaking shitter of a day, but we are at the end. It's just on 4:30. I'm about to finish editing this machine thing. Do it. Yep, cool. But I did tease that we were going to announce the guest properly. So Oliver Lucanis, I hope I pronounced it correctly, from Below Water. He's an ichthyologist, underwater photographer, author. I am fizzing for this. Started communicating with him around about March this year. We just could not get the times right, didn't quite work, and he came out to me about 6 weeks ago and said, I've got this date and this date and this date open. I was like, you little beauty, because I had one of those dates open and I am freaking fizzing about it. So yeah, I'm excited for this. It's going to be fun. If you haven't checked out his YouTube channel, it is phenomenal. If you haven't seen his books or his website, belowwater.com. Belowwater.com. It's not an org. Yeah, go check it out, man. This dude is crazy cool. So I'm excited for that. I hope you're excited for it. Until then, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one, team. Happy fish keeping. Don't forget to like the video.